What is up, everybody? Back with some more Scarlet Violet Regulation E VGC. We got a really cool session today. It's actually a team that I actually made, so I'm gonna probably be doing a pretty in-depth breakdown with this team. We're gonna hop into so hopefully some really solid games in this today's session. It's actually a Parish Trap Rain team with Polytoad, Gothitelle, and a few other really cool things. So I'm gonna kind of explain this team for a little bit, do an in-depth breakdown, and then we're gonna hop into some games. I'll leave something on screen right now for you guys to, if you guys want to just skip to the matches and skip the team breakdown for this. So I'll throw that on screen for you guys right now. If not, if you guys want to sit through a team breakdown, I'm gonna go through that right now, and then we're gonna hop into some games. This is pretty much a Rain Parish Trap team. I wanted to build a Rain team. It's been a while since I built a Rain team, and I also wanted to build a team around kind of perishsong, which I think is kind of cool and kind of underrated right now. I've been testing this team. I've had the team ready for about a week already. I just haven't had time to really record or like do a session with it until now. But kind of been testing this team. I've done around about close to like 30-40 games with this team already. It is a pretty solid team. It's not one of those teams that's really like a meta slave type team that's gonna like win against like some of like the really sweaty teams. You can if you outplay your opponent. Like, it has a lot of potential. I think one of the really cool things with this team as well is it has like two play styles. You can kind of play it really stally around the perishsong, or you can kind of play it like really hyper offensive and kind of just enable the stuff that really wants to do damage on the team, which is the Thunderous T and the Basket Legion and the Arcanine and that type of thing, and kind of just play with your Rain and that type of thing just really aggressively. So it has a few different play styles you can actually play with this team all wrapped into one, which I think is kind of cool depending on what you're going against. I'm going to break down each mon real quick, specifically. I got the Polytoad here. So the main thing I kind of built this team around was the Polytoad Basket Legion, and then I kind of went from there. And then I guess the Gothitelle there as well for the Shadow Tag is kind of what I built this team around. Then I kind of just put the other three onto this team. Max Defense, Max HP, Hydro Pump, Helping Hand, perishsong, Protect with the Terra Poison. The Terra Poison allows you to pretty much wall a lot of mainly the Ogerpon because the Rain reduces the fire type moves, so it allows it to survive a lot longer. And it's also good versus Flutter Mane and a few other things, because Poison I think right now is a pretty good defensive typing. Got the Basket Legion on this team. It's really standard. Just max attack, max speed. I think it's a Jolly, I think, on this, just mainly to be able to outspeed Flutter Mane. I think if you run Adamant, there's a chance that you're not able to actually outspeed Flutter Mane under Swift Swim, so I want the max speed. I just threw the Mystic Water on this thing. It hits like a truck. I think Basket Legion right now is just really underrated. It really is. I got the Amoonguss on this team. I think it's this is actually more of like a support Amoonguss with like max HP and like some defense and special defense investment, just mainly for longevity and kind of just to spore a bunch of stuff, that type of thing. With the Terra Fire, just mainly for stuff like Ogerpon, and I think Terra Fire on Amoonguss is probably the best Terra, at least defensively right now with what's being played. Also got the Arcanine with the Blunder Policy, which is kind of cool. I've never really used Blunder Policy up until now, but pretty much what it really is, you get a +2 speed boost. So if you miss a Rock Slide, you get a +2 speed boost. At that point, with max speed being Jolly, you are guaranteed to outspeed Flutter Mane, I think at +2, which is huge. So I don't know if you can actually outspeed them with a speed boost, but I think if they are like modest, with like not fully EV'd in speed, or not like max speed, or maybe just like max speed, I forgot what it was. I did a bunch of calcs with this team and like speed tiers and type of stuff. I forgot which one is which, but you outspeed a ton of shit with Blunder Policy is what I'm trying to say. I have the Terra Fire on this thing just mainly because you're not going to really want to Terra this thing, so I didn't really bother changing it. If you want to, you can Terra and get rid of the 4x weakness to ground or like water if you really want to. But it's fully offensive. It's not a bulky Arcanine. It's an offensive one. So you're not going to really be living too much anyways. So that's kind of why I didn't want to waste Terra Shards to try to change the Terra for no reason. So I also got the Gothitelle on this team. It's mainly for the Parish Trap with the Shadow Tag. It is the only Shadow Tag user in the game right now, apart from, I guess, like a Buffet and like a few other things, Mega Gengar, which doesn't exist. And both of those are not in the game, and a few other things that are in the game. Got the Charm, I got the Fake Out on this thing. It's max HP, and I think there's some defense and special defense investment. It's actually Terra Normal, mainly just for like Flutter Mane and a few other things. It's a pretty good defensive Terra versus a lot of the Ghost types. and allows you to just take neutral hits. A lot of the stuff that hits you for neutral damage is usually physical attackers, apart from like Flutter Mane, and you're able to charm those with Charm and lower their attack, so you can kind of take a lot less damage. And you got the Fake out there just for utility. And then you got the Thunderous, who's actually Choice Scarf on this team. Terra Blast Flying. This thing hits like a truck, especially in the rain. You got the Wild Bolt Storm, which does not miss in rain. Has a chance to lower speed, or actually a chance to paralyze, I think. And then I got the Focus Blast there, just mainly for like steel types and just for coverage. I got the Volt Switch on this thing if you want to really use it, just kind of swap around on this team and you get some switch initiative, which I think this team really likes. And then the Terra Blast Flying, which hits like a truck. Flying is really good right now as well. You have some games where the Thunderous is Choice Scarf, and it outspeeds like half your entire enemy opponent's team, and they're all like weak to either electric or flying. And this thing can kind of sweep teams sometimes, which I had happen a lot already. So pretty much the team, really fun team. If you guys want to use this team, let me know how you guys do, and let me know your guys' feedback. Rental code up in the corner, which I probably should have said earlier, but it's in the corner. And I will have a pokepaste down below if you guys want to use this on Showdown when this video does go live. So apart from that, let's hop into some games. Alright, we are here with a game. I don't know how many matches I'm going to feature in this video, but I'll just probably take the best ones over the span of like 45 minutes to an hour, and I'll throw them in this video for you guys. I don't want to make like the video almost an hour like a lot of my other team videos have been, so. My opponent has a really cool team. He actually has Iron Moth and Volcarona on the same team. Oricorio Sensu, which is kind of cool. Hulucha, which I have not seen at all. Tornadus, or actually I think that's Thunderous. And then Quaquaval, which is really weird. I think the one thing here is that is really good. Like, I don't see any drawback of just like leading Thunderous and like Politoed. I really don't. Like, what do they even do? What do they do versus that? Half their team is weak to electric types, and then like everything else is weak to flying, pretty much, apart from like the Iron Moth. So like I think that it just destroys his team. It really does. The Basilisk Legion also really good here. I'm gonna bring that in the back, and then I don't know if I should bring the Mungus or if I should bring the Arcanine. The Arcanine also looks really good versus him. Apart from the Quaquaval, I think I'll bring the Arcanine in the back. I think it can be pretty good. If you guys like these videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Would really appreciate it if you guys keep on supporting the videos like you have been over the last few weeks. I'll keep on bringing them your guys' way. Really appreciate all the support on a lot of the VGC videos and the Pokemon stuff over the last few weeks. Really appreciate it. Leads with this. So pretty much what he's going to try to do here, this is a kind of a known combo. He might be Scarfed, like Fiery Dance, but Fiery Dance is a dance move. So like with Dancer, which is the Oricore's ability, it'll copy that note, it'll be able to attack twice. That's kind of what happens here. Or at least that's probably what he wants to do. He doesn't know I'm Scarf though. So I think I just Wind Bolt Storm here. I don't know what he does. Unless he's Sash, I guess. But like in the rain, I don't know what he does for him versus me. I don't even think I need to. I guess I can Helping Hand here. I don't know. He's really weak to Tornadus. He really is, unless he has Terra. Are you Terra Ground? Terra Fire. That does not matter. Helping Hand boosted. Let's see how much damage this does. He actually outspeeds. He's Choice Scarf. He's choiced. Choice Scarf Iron Moth. Actually does a solid amount of damage, even in the rain. That doesn't do anything, though. It's actually Choice. That's surprising. Gets rid of the Oricorio, which is huge. I think what I do on this next turn, I actually have to switch the Thunderous out. I don't want the Thunderous to die this early on. I think it's really good versus the rest of his team. I could also Terra Flying later on. I have the Arcanine, which can kind of just wall a lot of this stuff. I just don't want this thing going down here, because I think he will probably kill me here. And then I don't want him to set up either here, though. He might have Giga Drain. I don't think a Giga Drain will actually kill me here though. I really don't. I'll just Hydro. I need to get rid of the Iron Moth. That's the Scarf Iron Moth is kind of a problem for me. The Intimidate does not matter. I haven't seen a team that had Volcarona and Iron Moth in the same team. I think that's a first. I've never seen them both used on the same team. That is 4 times resisted and in the rain. He's gonna Quiver Dance. That's kind of scary. And if I get rid of this thing though, if I can actually land, I land the Hydro, you should be dead. Okay, good. Now, if worse comes to worse too, I can Perish Song and try to win that way. I still have Terra Poison, which is also really good versus Volcarona. Can't really do much versus me. Especially if he has like Giga Drain. He actually has the Quaquaval, which is really interesting. I don't know, I'm gonna Rock Slide here anyways, I think. I don't know, and I'm gonna Perish Song, I think, here. If I live, we're gonna see if I can live. That is a 2-hit, and I get confused. That does a lot of damage. He's Life Orbed. Hopefully I can get a Perish Song off. I don't think it matters though, actually, now. Because I just one-shot the Volcarona. I thought he could be maybe Sash or something. I'm dead here though. As long as I can get the Perish Song. Like, if I can get a Perish Song here, I think I can still win. Because I can kind of just stall him out here. The Basque Legion kind of walls this thing too. He can't hit me with a fighting move, and then he can hit me with a water move, I guess. But I don't know if it'll actually one-shot the Basque Legion. And I can kind of just stall out with the Politoed as well here. I have Last Respects, which should do a shit ton of damage to this thing. I don't even think it's really worth protecting here, because I don't know what he's going to do to me, and if he does attack me, I think he's dead. So I think at this point, I think it's pretty much game by the time the Perish Song ticks down, actually, so I'm actually in a helping hand here. If I can break through the confusion, which was really unfortunate, I do. I actually outspeed him. I even outspeed him at +1. Surprising. Not bad though. Really solid showcase for this team. My opponent was just really weak though. I think my opponent had the problem of just being really weak to Thundurus and really weak to like Basque Legion in the rain. He had a really weak team to like that 2 certain mods on my team. Even like the Arcanine had a really good matchup versus him. Not too bad though. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we are here with another game. My opponent has I don't know, like a really, I don't even think it's like a Regulation E team apart from like the Blood Moon Ursaluna. Torkoal Lilligant or Shifu, I don't know if that's the dark version or if that's Rapid Strike. And then he has Armorogue and Didi. Actually, I think the good thing here is though I have Weather. So if he leaves the Torkoal, I can bring the Politoed in the back, which I think is pretty good. I actually think I should bring Perish Trap here. It looks pretty good too. It's actually maybe a good team for Perish Trap, actually. I think he's going to lead Indeedee Armorogue, though. I think that's what he will lead with. I don't know. I think I'm going to lead the Arcanine as a lead. If he wants to bring the Torkoal or Shifu, I can get an Intimidate on that. I think then I'll bring the Arcanine. I don't know if I should actually lead with the Gothitelle here. I'm actually going to lead Arcanine and the Androxus. I'll bring the Politoed, and then I'll bring the Gothitelle in the back. I think that's what I'll do here. And it depends what he leads with, like that's the main thing. If he leads Indeedee Armorogue, that'll be kind of bad. But if he leads like Torkoal Lilligant, it is Indeedee Armorogue, so. Not really the greatest. I think he made Terra Grass here. Like, yep, this is a decent lead for me though, because it's kind of like a middle type play for me with this lead. Because if he would have led the Torkoal, then I can just swap onto the Politoed and then knock the Torkoal back with like a really powerful attack. But like with this, now I have the Hisuian Arcanine out here, so like he's either going to take a Rock Slide here or he's going to be forced to Terra. That's what this is going to come down to. So I'm just going to Rock Slide here. And then I think I can actually, I'm going to try to maybe double up into the Armorogue. I can maybe flip turn out here though. I'm going to flip turn out on the Armorogue. He's probably going to follow me if I were to guess. And just try to get up Trick Room, because Trick Room is pretty good versus me. I think he would take a shit ton of damage though. He's kind of forced to Terra here if he does not want to take a shit ton of damage from the Arcanine. If he doesn't Terra Grass or like Terra or even like switch out, then he has a chance to get flinched out too. I don't know, maybe a Wave Crash would actually just straight up one-shot this thing. Can I get a flinch? Can I please get a flinch? I wish I would have went for I think a Wave Crash would have killed him. I wish I would have went for a Wave Crash. I don't know, the shitty thing here is though, like I can't go for Fake Out because he has the terrain up, which is kind of shitty. He flinches! He flinches! Wow, what a clutch flinch. Round of applause for the Arcanine, everybody. Miss Clifford. Putting in the work. Clutchest flinch ever. I don't know, a Psychic here. I bet he's like, oh man, I flinched, I'm fucked now, bro. He does not know what to do now. He switches out, he's gonna take a fuck ton of damage, he stays in, and he's gonna still take damage. That's a 2-hit KO. That's great. What a really good turn 1 and turn 2 for me. I think the only downside here is the terrain's up, so I can't really switch this thing out and try to bring it in and go for Fake Out again. I can actually go for a perishsong though here, actually. Perishsong's pretty good. Tell me that's Torkoal. Yes, the Torkoal, that's even better. That is great, so I can permanently get rid of his son. That's great. That's great. I'm gonna protect here. I'm gonna protect. Then I'm gonna switch this out into the Politoed. Pretty much what him bringing this is kind of guaranteeing me the game. Unless he like sets up. If he starts going for Victory Dance or like putting everything to sleep, then he can still win. But this is probably like the best combo that I can play around, at least that he has on his team. It's mainly because I have my own weather. Sleep Powder, that's pretty bad. He can still win though here. Like if he just puts everything to sleep and just does that type of thing, like he can still win. He still has a chance to win. I just have the Basque Legion in the back though. I don't know what he has for that. I think I actually just I could have E-Speed here, just try to maybe break a possible Focus Sash, which I think is what I'm going to do here. Because I'm not going to outspeed the Lilligant at all. I don't want to be put to sleep. I want to at least try to break a possible Sash. I don't know, I'm going to try to Perishsong, but it's not going to work. What are you, Terra Fire or Terra Grass? Or Terra Fighting? Terra Go... What a play. What a play. I don't know if he predict... I guess it doesn't matter. I forgot the terrain's up. It doesn't matter. I guess that doesn't matter. The terrain's up. He's not even gonna go for the sleep powder. I'm surprised. I mean, I guess that there's no reason to go for sleep powder when a earth power one-shots. So I really misplayed there, actually. That's a huge misplay on my part. I'm actually glad he went and he actually Terra Ghosted here, though. Because now the Basque Legion can come in and actually pick him off with the last respects. I'm assuming he's Focus Sash, though. He might actually be Sash here. He's probably Sash. I don't know what else do I have in the back. I have the Gothitelle, so I can still win this. As long as the Politoed stays decently healthy, I can still win. He can't protect here either. If I can somehow wake up, hopefully I wake up, I'm going to try to double into the Lilligant slot, because I think he's Sash. He has to be Sash. He is. That's why I wanted to E-speed him, but I forgot the terrain was active. I'm hoping the Politoed wakes up. The Politoed needs to wake up here. It's dead. Politoed is dead. I live. I live. And I wake up. And I land the Hydro Pump. Wow. Really weird. I don't know. I've been missing a lot of really crucial Hydro Pumps lately. I had a few other games. I don't know if you guys, if they'll be in this video as well, but like I had a bunch of really clutch Hydro Pumps that the Politoed really needed to land. And I think like every single one apart from one, I think it missed. So I don't know if this thing needs a pair of contacts or what. But it landed this one, so I'll give it credit for this match. It's trying. I think that's game. I don't know how he wins here. I think that's game. I can actually just Terra Water here if I really want to. I think that's the match. And I can, if I really want to, I can just perishsong. Perishsong will win me the game. He forfeits. That's fine. What a match. What a really good match. That clutch flinch, turn 1. That was probably the clutchest flinch ever. I'll give him props though, Terra Ghost. The Terra Ghost did catch me off guard. I think that was kind of a mistake on his part though, because I think if he stayed like a grass type, he might not have died. Or at least took as much damage as he did. Because I was kind of able to wave crash there. So I don't know, he was still Sash anyway, so I don't know if it really mattered too much. But I'll see you guys in maybe, I don't know how many games I've put in this video, but I'll at least probably throw one more in this video, so I'll see you guys in one more game. Alright, we got another game. My opponent is Torkoal, Hisuian Arcanine, Iron Hands, Rock Ogerpon, which I'm seeing a pretty decent rise in, actually. I've been seeing a lot of Rock-type Ogerpon for some reason. Cresselia, and then Fluttermane. I don't know. I'm gonna bring the Politoed just because he has the Torkoal. Like I'm kind of forced to bring the Politoed here. I think I lead Amoonguss. Amoonguss is a really solid lead here. The Tornadus ain't a bad lead here either. It outspeeds everything on his team. I think the Tornadus is a solid lead here. I'll bring the Politoed. And I think I'll bring the Basque Legion in the back. The Basque Legion looks really good late game. Especially under rain. It depends on his Fluttermane set. If it's a booster energy, that could be a problem. But I think it's not booster energy. I should be able to outspeed under rain. I think I need at least like at least a +1 on the last respects too to make it 100 base power to have a chance to one-shot the Crest. Depends on his build though. If he's fully like defensive, then it might not even one-shot him anyways. He is booster energy, so that's really bad. That is awful because now I don't outspeed him. Even with the choice scarf, that's really, really bad. I don't know what I actually do here. I really want to spore. I think I'm just going to spore here, and then I'm going to try to volt switch out. I could focus blast too. I don't know if a focus blast will one-shot him though. I really don't. I think I'm kind of just better off switching out actually. I don't know. I'll try to focus blast. Maybe a focus blast will one-shot. I'm curious. Okay, icy wind. On the Amoonguss, it doesn't matter. Can a wolf focus blast one-shot him? I forgot he's sturdy. Oh no, I forgot about the sturdy. Wow, what a play. I got the spore off. That's huge. The only shitty thing here is now I'm locked into focus blast, which is kind of bad. I can't touch the flutter main, which I kind of want damage on now. That's the only shitty thing here, actually. He might just spike his shield to try to hopefully try to wake up, get like a turn 1 or turn 2 wake up. I think that's what he's going to try to do here. I should have maybe switched. I maybe should have switched out to the Politoad, or even like the Basque Legion would have been a good play. That way we can just Aqua Jet and get rid of this thing, and then switch the Politoad in for the Amoonguss and outspeed. I'm gonna Pollen Puff this thing, and then I'm gonna hopefully land a Focus Blast, because if I don't land it, I'm gonna get beat shit on. Something's gonna die, because he has Focus Energy up, so he has pretty much guaranteed crits. And he has to not wake up here. You can withdraw. What are you going into? Cresselia, that's awful. That's really bad. Flutter's still asleep though, so that's pretty good. I missed the Focus Blast anyways, because it doesn't matter. I don't even know what the Cresselia's gonna do. I really don't know what it even has, and what it's gonna do to me. I'm going on to the Toad. Actually, I'm gonna keep that's the wrong switch. I'm gonna put the Cresselia to sleep here, because I think he's gonna try to go for Lunar Blessing and try to restore health and get rid of the sleep on his Flutter Mane. I think that's what he's gonna try to do here. And then I'm gonna switch this thing out for the Politoad. I have Terra Poison. I have Terra Poison for the Flutter Mane specifically, so it can't really do much to me. I don't think it really matters here though, because he has the Cresselia, so if I Terra Poison, then I'm still gonna be taking super effective damage probably from like Psychic and shit. I'm hoping I outspeed the Crest. He has Icy Wind. That's fine, I don't give a shit. Go Icy Wind me, bro. You're getting put to sleep again. He has safety goggles. Oh, that's why he didn't care. That's why. Well, that's kind of bad. It's no good. He's going to wake up this turn, so I'm going to double into the Flutter Mane now. He's 100% waking up now. I don't know why he keeps going for Icy Wind. If he has Moonblast, I think Moonblast or even like Shadow Ball has a chance to kill me from around about half. He's Speed Boost though, so I don't know if it would really kill me. But there'd probably be a roll. I land a Hydro, so that's great. That does over half, and I get the Spore off, which is huge, so it's pretty good. I guess if I really want to, I could Terra Fire to take reduced damage from the Icy Wind. But I don't see any point. I think I'm better off just saving the Terra late game for the Tornadus, or the Thunderous, or the Basque Legion. I think I just Pollen Puff here, and then I hopefully land this really crucial Hydro Pump. Please. I need this to land. I really do, please. Lunar Blessing, that's bad. I should have doubled into the Flutter Mane. I mean, there's still a chance I can kill here. It's going to be a roll. I get a low roll. Of course I do. Of course I get the low roll. I'm going to protect the Amoonguss this turn. I'm going to protect this turn here. And then I'm going to try to land one more really crucial Hydro Pump on the Flutter Mane here. I need to land this. Probably the biggest Hydro Pump the entire game. He might actually switch too. I don't know what his third Mon is. Because he has the Ogerpon, he has the Crest, and he has this, but I don't know what his other last Mon is. If it's the Torkoal, though, it ain't going to be too bad. I'm hoping it's the Torkoal. If it's the Iron Hands, there's a chance we might lose that thing. He's gonna Terra Water. I think the problem here, he is actually... What a really weird Terra for a Flutter. I think the shitty thing here now, though, is like I'm so slow to where the Crest actually outspeeds me. Which I actually didn't take into consideration either. So now he's able to Lunar Blessing up fully, and then he's actually able to pretty much live now because I don't have anything for him. Oh, can I get a crit, please? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's fine. Thank you, Politoed, for landing the most crucial Hydro Pump probably of your entire life. Please. Thank you. If we would have missed that, man, we would have been in a really bad place. And he wasted his Terra, which is great as well. I think the only problem is the Crest, because the Crest can kind of just sit here and do whatever it wants. I've got Spore, though. I'm actually going to double up into the Ogerpon. I'm going to double into the Ogerpon. I can actually... It's too early to perishsong, actually. I could Terra Poison here if I really want to and try to dodge the grass move. Because he probably has Horn Leech, if I were to guess. What do I have in the back? I have the Tornadus in the back. Tornadus with the Scarf, though, outspeeds him. I just have to wait until the rain is done. I think I protect here. I think he's going to try to go out one-shot the Politoed with something, or he's going to try to heal up. He does go for Politoed, okay. Okay, I need the Pollen Puff to kill this thing, please. This Crest is fucking annoying. I wish I had Taunt on something. So he just keeps trying to restore everything. It's going to be a roll whether this kills or not. Can I please kill him? Okay, good. We got a low roll earlier, and I'm glad we got it finally able to get rid of some stuff with some high rolls, or at least decent rolls. Now I can actually perishsong. I can actually perishsong here, which is huge. I don't know if I actually outspeed the Iron Hands, though, is the problem. I'm going to try to Spore. I'll Spore the Iron Hands. If I somehow live in a Wild Charge... I'll go for the perishsong here. I live in Icy Wind. I think I'm dead here, though. It just comes down to what's dying here. If he goes after the... I'm glad he went after the Amoonguss, that's fine. As long as I get the perishsong, that's what I wanted the most here, because if I get a perishsong, then I easily win. I'm guaranteed to win pretty much. I think the only shitty thing here is I have no rain, so the wave crashes and shit aren't going to really be hitting very hard on anything. I think I can go into the Tornadus here. He has Icy Wind, but like it's going to be like a 4-hit KO. Like I don't know what the Iron Hands even does to me. I resist the fighting moves. He can't touch me with an electric move. I don't know what the fuck he does for me against me. I think I just Wind Bolt Storm here, I think. And then I think I just Protect. I'm going to save my Terra yet, because I might need Terra Poison to just try to live a Wild Charge. To stall out the perishsong. I missed the Iron Hands. I don't think that matters too much, though. Can I get a Para, please? That's not even a 3-hit KO, that's more like a 4-hit KO. He has Drain Punch, so he has Heavy Slam, Drain Punch, I don't know what else he has. I think the play here, y'all, is actually going Terra. Because the Cresselia has Lunar Blessing, Icy Wind, I don't know what his last two moves are. It might still have Psychic. But at that point, by the time I Terra, he has like 2 turns left, so it doesn't really matter. I just Wind Bolt Storm here, and I think I Terra Poison to dodge a fighting move, hopefully. He forfeits! He forfeits the game, wow. I still think he had a chance to win there, it just came down to whatever he was running, but... And I'm assuming he never had an electric move on the Iron Hands, maybe. Maybe that's why he forfeited. I don't know. Not bad, though. Played that match as best as I could, and we got some decent luck there. Some really solid high rolls. We landed a decent amount of Hydro Pumps. Kind of helped. But I'll see you guys in one last game with this team. Alright, I don't give a shit how bad this match goes. I'm going to be including this one because my opponent has a Dipplin on his team. Especially if he brings the Dipplin. I'm hoping he does. Sinistcha, Glamora, Dipplin, Milotic, Toad's Cruel, which is kind of weird to see, and then Dusclops. So he has like a Trick Room team with like Hypnosis spam. It's kind of what he's running here. What do I do to counter this? I don't know, the Thundurus looks so good here. Thundurus looks really good. Terra Flying hits 3 things on his team for super effective damage, and then everything else, apart from the Toad's Cruel, gets hit with electric moves. I guess apart from the Sinistcha too, but usually they're running Terra Water, so they're not going to Terra on you. I think actually I lead Politoed Thundurus here. It looks really good. I might actually bring the Perish Trap here too. It looks pretty solid. I'm going to bring the Gothitelle in the back to resort to some Perish Trap shenanigans towards maybe the middle or end of the game. And I think I'm going to bring the Basculin. I don't know what he actually goes for here. What do I do here? I think I just Terra Flying. I Terra Flying the Sinistcha. If he Terra Water, he's not going to Terra versus me here at all. And then I just Hydro Pump. I think a Terra Flying Terra Blast one-shots him. I think that maybe the scariest thing here is if he has like Power Gem Glamora. Because I think I get one-shotted probably by that, but apart from that, I'm not really scared of the Glamora at all. Will this one-shot Sinistcha? It is. It's a 1-hit KO. It's great. Get that thing out of here. He's probably gonna try to set up Trick Room. He has Rock Slide. How much is that gonna do to me? That's a 2-hit KO. Oh, that's because it's a crit. That's why. And I missed the Hydro Pump. Yay! Go from having one of like the most crucial games and being like one of the MVPs of this team in like one of the last games to being brought this match and missing Hydro Pump turn 1. Man, how the mighty have fallen. I think you need to look for a new trainer. I think that's what this thing needs. He actually brought the Diplin. He actually brought this. Are you Terra? Is this Diplin Terra? We're gonna find out right now. I don't know what it even does. I have no idea what Diplin even does. I think you're dead. You just get one-tapped. That's great. I like Diplin though. I think it's a really cool mon. I think it's really underexplored. I live on 20. And I flinch. So not only do I miss a Hydro, but I also flinch now. That's great. I think this Politoed needs to find a new trainer. You ain't good enough for me, bud. I'm gonna keep the Tornadus around. I'm gonna keep the Tornadus around here, actually. I'm gonna keep it around, and then I'm gonna go right out into the Gothitelle here, and then I'm gonna set up my perishsong. I could probably just one-tap the Glamora here as well, like, which I probably should just went for Hydro Pump to make it a 1v2 or 1v4. Mortal Spin. Okay. It's kind of annoying, but I don't know what that really does. I just fake out the Milotic here. I wouldn't be surprised if he just surrenders at this point. I don't know how he really wins here, especially because I have a Thunderous in the back that outspeeds both of these mons and can hit each for super effective damage. Or at least a shit ton of damage. I don't think I have anything super effective for the Glamora, so like I can still do a shit ton of damage. I have the Basket Legion still too. So I don't know how he really wins here. I'll fake out and then I think I just Hydro. I think he surrenders. Unless he's like Coil. He might be Coil Melodic. I'm assuming he probably has Hypnosis because he's running alongside Diplin. Usually if you're running alongside Diplin, you're running Hypnosis on this. One shot. Imagine if I would have landed that turn 1 Hydro Pump. This game would have been done a long time ago. I didn't know that would even just one-shot him. I think he forfeits now. I don't know how he wins here. I don't think there's any way he actually wins. Especially because I can kind of just even protect stall him. Like I double protect here. I can stall another turn. What this guy's build is. I'm surprised he's still in the game. I'm surprised he hasn't forfeited. I would have forfeited already. I'll give him credit for staying in the match. I'm assuming he has like a Hypnosis, Draining Kiss, Hydro Pump, and then maybe Recover or Coil. Assuming that's maybe his build with maybe like a Terra Fairy. It's usually like the most common Terra on my Milotic, at least recently. I don't know, I'll just protect here and then I'll Hydro for chip damage. It's game. He's down to 1 turn. That's the game. I win no matter what I do. Even if I just stay in, I still win. Probably gonna be something in the comments too. Oh, why are you running Hydro Pump on Politoed, bro? Well, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Politoed, water stab on Politoed comes down to like 3 things. I think it gets Muddy Water, which is an egg move, which I could not find. Which is also a double, like a spread move, which I didn't really want. He gets Hydro Pump, which it gets by level up. He's gonna Terra, okay. What Terra are you, Terra Grass? Terra Fire? Okay, you're gonna get blown back by a Hydro Pump then. Why would you do that? Okay, I don't think it matters anyways, he's still dead. He still dies to Perish after this turn. I've never seen Terra Fire Melodic, I have not. What does Terra Fire Melodic actually even do though? I don't know what that's even supposed to do, like, type matchup wise. You're still weak to, like, it doesn't prevent the electric moves, it doesn't prevent, I guess, grass, I guess. I guess it's good versus grass, but I think you're better off with Terra Fairy, even. I think Terra Fairy is just way better on Melodic right now, currently. As I was saying, and then the only other, I think, like, actual water move it gets is Chilling Water or Surf. I didn't want Surf, and I didn't want Chilling Water because it's so low base power, it doesn't do anything. And with a lot of like competitive mons and defiant mons running around, you don't want to be like willy-nilly like lowering people's stats, especially if that's like your only move to attack with. So it kind of just came down to just having to run Hydro Pump because I didn't have an egg move of Muddy Water or like any other good options with this thing, which I think is one of the downsides to Politoed. It doesn't get Scald and doesn't really get any other good like water moves apart from like inaccurate Hydro Pump, which kind of sucks. I guess Surf's good, but like not really in VGC. You have to build a team around, otherwise you take damage. But not bad, solid match. Kind of a showcase of the Perish, the Perish song at the end there. Not too bad. My opponent had a really crazy team there, though. I don't know why I guess he could have maybe brought Dusclops, would have been a little bit better versus me. But even then, I had the Basque Legion in the back, so I don't know. He's got just blown back like turn 1, like two downs. Like he lost 2 mons in like 2 turns just because of the terrifying Thunderous. So overall, let me know what you guys think of this team in the comments down below. I think it's a really solid team. If you play it good enough, I think this team does have the potential to get you to Master Ball tier. So if you guys are looking for a really solid team to climb all the way through like Great Ball, Ultra Ball, and up to Master Ball tier, I think it is a pretty solid team. I don't know, once you get to Master Ball tier, I don't know how high you can place with the team though. I do think it gets shut down by a lot of the more like meta heavy, like meta slave type teams with like Chien-Pao, Dragonite, and a bunch of other crazy shit like the Iron Hands, Flutter Mane, Chi-Yu, Chien-Pao, all those crazy ones, Rillaboom, bunch of that stuff, and a lot of like the really harsh Trick Room stuff this team kind of struggles with. But overall, I think this team's really fun. I really enjoyed making this team. I think this is a really solid team. Not one of my best teams, but not really a worst team either, kind of somewhere in the middle. So, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below, let me know what you guys think, and subscribe if you are new. If you guys want to test the team, like I said, pokepaste down in the description down below, and rental code at the start of the video. Go check it out, let me know how you guys do, and any type of feedback you have for the team. Apart from that, I'll see you guys in a future video. I got a bunch more VGC teams on the way, and some sessions with a bunch of other people's teams, kind of good, with a bunch of cool stuff on the way, so if you guys do not want to miss that, subscribe. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you guys in a future video.